Okay, hello and welcome. Back to this game. I I really wish I could play this for longer. Like, I don't really like doing these short, like 50-minute streams. I feel like I'm not really getting anywhere. And there's other games I also want to play. Not that I'm not enjoying this, I am, but I did not expect like spending this long on it. Um, but I guess that can't be helped because of my stupid laptop. So, yeah, I guess do another like short 15 or 50 minutes of this. How did the author get their hands on so many rare materials for so many dangerous beasts? Perhaps they have connections? This book wasn't written by a noble, was it? If it was, I wouldn't be wholly surprised. Most of the academic books I own were written by nobles. Nobles tend to be the only ones with enough spare time to afford a lot down their musings about life, the universe, and everything. That and they're some of the only people with education enough to do so. The register of this book is written and isn't very highbrow, though. It makes her quite a strange contrast. I'm busy pondering this when... Oh, Aster. It has been so long since we last passed... Jeez, that's... Why am I messing up? Long since last our paths crossed. I trust you know what I am here for. I jumped and put my head around. I hadn't expected any company this afternoon, but my experience was soon subverted. A young woman with lots of long blonde tresses standing in the entrance of my humble cottage, flanked at her left side by a sour-faced maid. Is this another sprite? I think she looked different at the start. I don't remember exactly, but I thought her hair and her clothes were definitely different, I think. It's Angelique, and the mute maid beside her is Natelle, and Noisette's little sister, Ninette. Oh, they're both. I racked my mind momentarily wondering why Angelique has chosen today, of all days, to visit me when... I remember now. So focused on Blaze, Angelique's commission has slipped my mind. Oh no. She asked me to have her potion prepared for today, and I've completely failed to do that. Oh no. I forgot about it, and now Angelique is going to find out about my... Negligence. Jeez. I'm not exactly close to Angelique, but I can't help but feel guilty. I've never let a client down like this before. It isn't like me to be so airheaded. What am I going to say? Oh no. I prepared this for this about... I presume this is about your potion? Well, of course it is. What other reason would I have for coming here? This hovel, I mean, home of yours. Wow, what a nice save. She's so smooth. It's not a particularly congenial setting for pleasant chit-chat. Others might be different, of course. If you designed to visit me in my home in Oxel, but you have always been so very secretive. It's quite a pity, really, that you continue to eschew my humble request to take tea with me. But no matter, where's my potion? All about that. I don't think I've ever blushed around Angelique before, but my shame gets the better of me when faced with an unshakable certainty that I will in fact deliver. I don't think she needs these anti-wrinkle potion at all. She's she's so fair-faced, but can't tell her that. I don't think a sappy little speech about accepting herself for who she is will really fix either. Maybe Blaze can pull that off, but I know I have all the charisma of a wet fish. It's only it'll only sound insincere. Angelique has told me in the past that she likes me because I'm so polite, but I'm mostly just quiet. Let her talk at me while I imagine I'm somewhere else, preferably in the forest picking herbs. When it comes to actually talking to people, I'm completely useless. Dipped my head, my face flushed, and mumbled, I don't have it. This is what I thought. I'm very grateful, naturally, for your continued... Wait, oh no. I beg your pardon? Are you joking, Aster dear? Was that supposed to be a comic turn? Maybe, because if so, I think it was quite poor taste. Now please give me my potion. My madam's ball is later tonight and I need to prepare. You don't have time to waste on your silly games, all. There, my lady. Please calm down. How can I, Ninette, when he's being so ludicrous? This joke is not at all funny. My apologies, but this isn't a joke. I don't have your potion. I forgot to brew it. What? What a nuisance. Angelique's expression twitches. Her fingers curled against her blue satin fabric of her gown, and as aghast she cries. But how can this be? You said that you would aid me. You promised me as much. I even paid for the privilege. What is the meaning behind this unprofessional behavior? Please explain. I fear I cannot understand. I've never known you to fulfill one of my commissions before. Do not tell me one of your relatives died. Oh no, they haven't. Though that would be a pretty good excuse. Curse me for my idiotic honesty. Then what is the reason? Surely you must have one beyond mere forgetting. Cannot believe it of you. Not when you've always been so good to me. I'm glad that you think me so highly, I suppose. But now I'll have to shatter the illusion of hers. I can say I'm looking forward to this. But on this matter, I'll have to disappoint you. I have another piece of commission work to do, you see. Well, that's wholly inaccurate. Which rather took precedence. This commission is quite a complicated one and it's time sensitive. What? Oh dear. Annette sighs tirelessly. In the anticipation of a tantrum? Well, Angelique bears down upon me, her expression thunderous. But my commission was time sensitive too. It was very important to me. I told you that I wished to go to the Mamen's ball. I told you. How could you have let me down, Aster? You knew how important this was to me. I did, but you thought you would disregard my wishes regardless? Is that how little you think of me? No, that isn't it. It's not that I think little of you. You're just nothing. There can be no excuses for your behavior, Aster. I will not let you try. You have been perfect. You have been perfectly beastly. I've been looking forward to the Mamen's ball for months, and you have ruined it. You destroyed my whole evening, and worse still, you seem not to care. Annette was afraid about you. Not to be wasting my time. I oughtn't be wasting my time with you. You really are an awful man. What? I glanced at Ninette curiously. Has she really been calling me awful? Guess I wouldn't be too surprised. And so the look of distaste on her face speaks volumes. Right, that clenches it. She really does hate me. Why though? It's not like I've done anything to her, unless she resents me for commanding so much of her mistress's attention despite my lowly status. That's not beyond the realm of possibility, I suppose. But wouldn't that be a little unfair? It's not like I ever wanted Angelique's patronage. I never sought it out. Whatever fond feelings Angelique might have had for me looks to be a thing of the past, however. Cannot believe that you would treat me like this. You're so cruel, Aster, and callous too. Welcome to the Airline Games. Welcome, hope you're having a good day. I'm going to look like a hag at the at the Mammon's Fall now, and I doubt you even care. You have never cared. You have always been dismissive of me and my problems. I'm a lady yet. You look down on me. Well, I will spare you the effort of having to deal with me further. I no longer have any business with you. Not when you have made it so readily apparent where I stand. I'll not debase myself by clamoring for your attention any further. Why I even cared was a mystery, really. When you are buried beneath me. You're dead to me. Good day to you. No, bad day to you. I wish you were very worst day. She's so dramatic. The very worst day. I mean, I understand her being like upset that he forgot the commission, but this is a lot. Hope you step on one of your stupid bicorn horns and it explodes right in your mug's stupid face. What? Bicorn horns don't. Angelique turns her nose up in the air and stalks off, the hem of her dress trailing behind against the floor. Her finger seizes the handle of the door and slams it shut in her wake. She slams it with quiet and some strength. Actually, so much of for the jars on the shelves jump. Oh, okay. I've always known that Angelique had a bad temper, but I've never been unfortunate enough to witness it for myself. I should count myself lucky, I guess. That hurling insults at me is all she did. At least, I didn't get cursed for my insolence, like Blaze did. Not that she could. As far as I know, Angelique wouldn't be able to curse her way out of a paper bag. I mean, if she knew that kind of magic, I think she would probably make her own stuff. She doesn't have so much of a single magical bone in her body. That's reassuring, if nothing else. But I do feel drained after that encounter, and despondent alongside it. Being scolded by Angelique is a new experience, and it wasn't very enjoyable. I would have felt bad regardless, even if she hadn't shouted at me. But now, I feel even worse. This day has been awful. Can't wait for it to end. I spend a few more hours pursuing my tomes until the sun sets. When darkness envelops my humble home, I rise from a chair stretching and change into my nightwear, after ensuring that Blaze is not in the immediate vicinity. Then, feeling almost boneless, I jump down at the desk anew and rest my chin against the cradle of my arms. What a day. I remember aloud, to nobody in particular, as I often do when I'm on my own. But I'm not alone, not tonight. Oh. Lace, who situates himself by my side, then nestles his head against my ankle. It's a small, tokenistic sort of gesture, but I think he means to reassure me. It's appreciated, but geez, dealing with Angelique always exhausts me. She was never more exhausting than usual today. I know I shouldn't have disappointed her, not when she's a paying client, but it's too late for regrets now. Though she'll be employing me again in the future. That's one bridge well and truly burnt. I wish I could say good riddance and mean it, but the truth is that I don't follow that many customers. Alienating them is an awful business move. I should have finished Angelique's potion on time, but I let myself get distracted. My priorities have become incredibly jumbled as of late. Did I just not have any sense of self-preservation? I really must be a fool. Oh. I know, today sucked. You don't have to tell me that. I know I couldn't handle that better. More aware of it. Just stop nagging me, okay? Slumped forward against my desk, lie there for a while, thinking while accomplishing very little. My thoughts feel slow and sluggish, and I'm exhausted. My eyelids begin to flicker shut, and then, hey, Aster. Huh? I start alarmed and squirm. The swivel about in my chair to meet Blaze's mismatched eyes. More time must have been lapsed than I realized while I was lost in thought, because the candles in my bedroom had burned down, and Blaze was once again assumed his human form. Have I been turned over the day's events for that long? It's no wonder I feel so tired. I scowl, then say in a sulky sort of way that makes even me wince. You really have to stop doing that. Doing what? Talking to me without any warning? I mean, what else would he do? Because I guess touching his shoulder, but I feel like that would probably be worse than just randomly saying something. I get used to you being a cat, and then you go and take me by surprise. It's bad for my heart. I see. Did I startle you, Aster? Oh, what do you think? I thought you were supposed to be a thief. Aren't you meant to be good at sneaking up on people? I thought so, but remember, I did get caught. Touche. If you were better at being a thief, we wouldn't be in this mess, I suppose. So, I raised an eyebrow. What do you want? No, it's not that I want anything. Not really. I'm just worried about you, that's all. Aw, why? Shouldn't it be in the reverse? You're the one who's cursed, not me. If anyone deserves to be pitied, it's you. Being a cat is pretty rotten, but I think you might be stressing out about this just as much as I am. I'm worried that you're pushing yourself too hard. I hurry and then pause. Did I just sound eagerly like Angelique? I really have been spending too much time with her lately. And why should I care about that, huh? It's not like we know each other. Besides, shouldn't you be glad I'm putting this much effort into sorting this out? You don't want to be stuck as a cat for the rest of your days, do you? Well, no, but then there shouldn't be any buts. How you can be so carefree about this? I don't understand. If I was in your shoes, I'd be terrified. I'm a bit anxious, yeah. A bit? I snort. I don't think you understand just how precautious this situation is. But I don't like seeing you push yourself so hard either. I know you're going this for my sake, and I appreciate it. But like you said yourself, I don't know one another all that well. Not under any obligation to go such a length for me. I don't really get it. You don't need to get it. There's nothing to get. I just so happen to be a workaholic, that's all. You are? I nod. I like messing around with potions. I always have. Most of my clients, like Angelique, want me to work on trite, tedious elixirs, a type that makes your skin softer or your eyes brighter. But I'm not interested in that kind of thing. It's what pays the bills, and isn't why I decided to become a wizard. I'll take a challenge, and tougher the better. It gives me something to think about. I might look frustrated because I am, but I've been enjoying your opportunity to work my brain. It's a nice feeling. Working on a complicated potion like this is to a practical end. It'd be nice if the deadline wasn't so tight, but beggars can't be choosers. I've been looking at a large project for a while. Now, I finally found it. Can't hate you for that, even if you have disrupted my life. A disruption, even once in a while, isn't that such a bad thing, though. It stops life getting stale. Honestly, for a while I was getting pretty bored. Oh, really? Softly Blaze smiles. I didn't realize you were enjoying this taster. You look so put upon. I was worried that you were intentionally exploring. You were internally exploding or something. If I look put upon, it's because I am. I might be enjoying this to a degree, but that doesn't make it any less stressful. So you like being stressed out, do you? it makes a pleasant change from the tedium of my otherwise unremarkable life, yes. And there I was, silly me, worrying. I was being a pain. It's starting to sound like I'm falling down your chimney was the best thing that ever happened to you. Alright, let's not go ahead on ourselves. You aren't that special. I'm more interested in your curse than I am of you. Right. I'll keep that in mind. Blaze laughs again, ruffles at the top of my head. It's an uncomfortably overfamiliar gesture, which makes me scowl. Knock that off. But I don't wanna. Your hair is so nice and soft, and I think you deserve a bit of encouragement. This isn't encouraging me to do anything, though. Beyond spitting at you, I mean. You don't have much in the way of manners, do you? Neither do you, invading my personal space like that. You never even asked me if it was alright. Alright, I apologize, Your Majesty. Blaze draws his hand back from my head, then drops me an encouraging bow, which one makes me roll my eyes. Please. Really, though. Blaze peers at me and says, "You look really tired. I think you've been sleeping enough. The bags under your eyes are intense." I always look tired. This is nothing new. Maybe you ought to keep more sleep then? Maybe I would if a certain someone didn't insist on licking me early in the morning. My bad, sorry about that, Aster. I won't apologize if you don't mean it. I know you're not really sorry. You know me too well. There isn't much to know. You're very simple. Hermine might have turned you into a cat, but I think you're more like a dog. You mean I'm loyal and obedient? And loud and obnoxious, and far too quick to trust. You don't deny I have a few positives. Everyone does. I doubt even that deranged countess from this was said at the start, and I don't remember how I pronounced it then. I want to say Vasquez. Oh no. He was caught bathing in the blood of virgins, was wholly devoid of positive personality traits. Oh, you. Blaze pouts, though not I think in gesture and in genuine annoyance, nudges me in the side. You're so prickly. Naturally, one of my parents was a cactus after all. What, seriously? No, not seriously, I was just joking, you numbskull. Yeah, I figured. I can't say I'd want to get up close and personal with a cactus. But I don't know. I didn't know you could tell jokes. I don't usually. I don't have the patience for them. I must be tired. I said you were. You should lie down. That fancy lady who stopped by seems to have exhausted you. Is she a regular client? That's right. She used to come here on a regular basis, asking for all sorts of potions, mostly ones related to her looks. And what did she want from you today, then? She was after a potion to smooth out some of her wrinkles, if you can believe that. What? All I meant, I didn't get a good look at her since I was still a cat, but she didn't seem so very old to me. I don't think she's ever had any wrinkles. She doesn't. She's perfectly attractive young woman. Then why does she want a potion to smooth out her non-existent wrinkles? Of all things. Who knows? It's not my job to speculate. I imagine young ladies have a lot of pressure on them to look a certain way, but Angelique really does take it too far. I don't understand her at all. Well, I wonder. Liz ponders, one hand beneath his chin before he says, "Hey, Esther, you don't think that potion was a ruse, do you? Ruse for what? For spending time with you, of course. Commissioning potions from me will certainly ensure my attention, yes. But, I mean, I think it kind of makes sense if she has a crush on him. In, like, that would also explain, Annette's dislike for him as well. But why would she do that? I can't see any particular reason why Angelique Lumiere would desire my company. You can't? With all your imagination? It's obvious she's making it up to spend time with you because she likes you. I beg your pardon? You didn't hear me then. Yeah, she also like invites him for tea and he doesn't go. Let me spell it out for you. Miss Angelique Lumiere is a thing for you. She's obsessed. That's why she keeps commissioning potions from you that she doesn't really need. That's all just a ruse to spend more time with you. She's head over heels for you. My face heats up at this in abashed. I look down at my knees. It is an interesting theory, I suppose, but it feels rather akin to a fairy tale. I fail to see why Angelique would like me of all people. There is precious little to recommend. There is precious little to recommend in me. I'm withdrawn, aloof, and I I have heard it said that I have an awful personality. Why would any woman fawn over me? Oh, Aster, you don't understand romance, do you? No, I don't, and I don't desire to start. I have more than enough to keep me occupied. Thank you very much. Well, yeah, I get that you wouldn't be interested, but I think that makes you even more appealing. It does? I'm sure of it. I mean, you yourself said you like fiddling around with the complicated potions, right? That is true, but I fail to see how that's relevant to the topic at hand. It's incredibly relevant. You like a challenge when it comes to all your hocus pocus nonsense. I wish he wouldn't refer to my life, less work as hocus pocus nonsense. That's quite insulting, even more so when the notion that Angelique might be nursing fond feelings for me. And some people like a challenge when it comes to securing a future partner. You might think it's a negative, but you're aloof and kind of rude, and others are going to see that as a plus. It makes you look more mysterious. I'm not mysterious though. I'm incredibly upfront about how I feel, often to my own detriment. I'm just a grouch. I know that, sure, but others don't. I bet Angelique's been thinking about cool icy exterior of yours hides a sweet, sensitive center. That's what she's fallen for. I think it's awfully presumptuous of you to make such a claim when you have only known me for 3 days, and Angelique for about 3 minutes. But even if that is the case, I doubt Angelique cares for me very much now. You saw her flaunt off. If she did like me, which I doubt, all her goodwill should have long since evaporated. Yeah, that is true. You really scuppered that one. She looked pissed. Blaze frowned and says, "You said Angelique is a member of the Lumiere family. Indeed she is. Phew, even I've heard of the Lumieres. They're incredibly wealthy, aren't they? They're sickeningly wealthy. From what I heard, Angelique eats her meals with a solid gold cutlery. If that doesn't say well off, I don't know what does. Geez, losing a customer like that must be quite a blow. I cannot say that it must have been a positive impact on my future finances, no. Yeah, I'll bet. I can't say I get it. Get what? I looked at Blaze sharply, and hand rested on my hips. What are you babbling about now? Oh, I was just thinking aloud, I guess. But it's kind of weird. I know you don't get along with Angelique, but I don't see why you'd help me over her, not when she's actively paying for the privilege. Seems a bit self-defeating. It is a lot self-defeating, but it's, like I said earlier, you enjoy the challenge? That's right. I would rather work on a potion to aid you than I would a pointless potion to cure Angelique's imagined defect she does not truly possess. Sounds more interesting and much more useful. Though you're prepared to alienate your old pagan client for my sake? Blaze smiles at me toothedly. Then, after giving my head another ruffle, says, "That really is sweet of you, Aster. I'm afraid you're reading into it too much. And watch your hand." I shrugged Blaze off. My hair might be messy, but that doesn't mean I like having it messed up. Then say, "This isn't about you." It isn't? No. I weighed my options up and decided that helping you would provide me with more fulfillment than working on Angelique's commission would. That is all. I don't think that's all. I mean, the way he was acting, especially after the kiss and stuff. So, I mean, maybe before the kiss. That was his reasoning, but you're saying your motives are purely selfish? Indeed, they are. I'm glad you can catch up on so quickly. Well, I'm not as stupid as I might look, though I don't think you're quite as heartless as you like to make it out either. Think whatever you like. You'll only be deluding yourself about me, though. Maybe so, but no matter what your motives are, you have done an awful lot to help me. I'm appreciative of it, really. If you were that appreciative, you'd stop badgering me. I've had a busy day and my head is starting to hurt. I yawned while pressing one hand to my mouth in an attempt to stifle it. Getting tired. I thought you might be yeah. I know you're a you're a genius wizard and all, but even geniuses need to get some shut-eye. I don't want you turning into a zombie. Blaze grins, flashing a mouthful of surprisingly white teeth, and says, "One second, I'll be right back." Okay, back. Sorry about that. Did you want me to carry you to bed? Oh, what? Oh, why do you think I'd want you to do that? Well, why not? You spend most of your day carrying me around, so I figured I might as well extend the offer to you. Oh, it all makes sense and fairness, and I'm sure I'd be strong enough. Blaze flexes his muscles, which aren't unremarkable. They're quite impressive, really. You're as skinny as anything. I bet you wouldn't weigh much more than a couple bags of flour. Shall we give it a go? I have to admit, the thought of being scooped up by Blaze's arms is kind of tempting, but no. I'm not going to let myself ponder that. I'm not going to go there. Thank you kindly for your offer, but it's unnecessary. I've put myself into bed for years on my own without your help. I hardly think you need to start now. I'm perfectly capable of doing it by myself. I never suggested that you weren't. That you weren't. I'm just trying to be helpful. Yes, well, it's not helpful. I'm just fine on my own. I might be short, but I am a grown man. I retreat to my bed without Blaze's help. I'll show him. Girl, and then curl up beneath my covers. Blaze meanwhile settles down on the spare mattress on the floor. I heard the sheets shifting, then hear him call out to me, his voice light in lilting. Sweet dreams, Aster. Aw. Oh, whatever. I rolled my eyes. Might not be able to see Blizz's eyes, but I know he's smiling. I can hear it in his voice. Well, 1 second. Okay, I think that should be fixed now. That probably means I probably won't be able to go much longer, but it is up almost to 50 minutes, but I think we can go a little longer. He seems to be smiling when he's with me a lot. Largely I've come to suspect at my expense. I think he likes blustering me. He's so obnoxious. I have no idea why I'm going out of my way to help him as I am, especially not to the extent of alienating Angelique. She was one of the most consistent customers. I'm a little worried that might come back to fight me in the behind. But I'm less worried about Angelique's displeasure than I am of my own ridiculous feelings. Nobody else has ever drawn such extreme reaction from me. Nobody other than Blaze. He's dreaming about it again. I can't pretend to understand it, but I think it must have been something to do with our kiss. Since I've been able to think about little else. My thoughts are all scrambled, as are my feelings, and they remain scrambled when my eyelids fall shut. My breathing evens out after several uncomfortable, awkward minutes of tossing and turning, and at long last I fell asleep. Okay, we're finally to the next chapter. The next morning. Every time I hear the little cat sound effect, it's so cute. Alright, I get it. I'll pull out of my slumber by a familiar meow, coupled with a familiar dampness on my cheek. I know who the culprit behind the dampness is, and the meowing long before my eyelids flutter open. Blaze is perched up on the bed beside me, peering at me with his large eyes. His expression is a winsome one. As winsome as a cat can manage. I don't know what winsome means. Let me see if I'll look it up real quick. Attractive or appealing in appearance or character. Okay, I guess he's like being cute. And then our eyes meet, and he meows again. Blaze gives me another lick despite my earlier warnings, and I sigh. I already told you, I get it. Stop nagging me. I push Blaze away, grossing under the breath all the while. I'm in a pretty foul mood this morning. which isn't anything new. I'm always in the foul mood when I wake up. I'm not a morning person, not by the stretches of the imagination. I was able to haul my sorry behind out of bed every morning to attend my 8 o'clock classes at Oleander Academy is a mystery to me. I was relieved after graduating that I'd no longer be beholden to anybody's schedule, which was true enough until Blaze came into my life. He might be a cat in this form at least, but it feels like I'm marching to his beat marching to the beat of his drum. It's quite infuriating, actually. I can understand his urgency. There's no time to waste. If we want to help Blaze, which I do, if only because helping him will get him out of my hair, then I need to press on. I antagonized Angelique over this. I can't afford to let all that fuss be for nothing. Alright. I sit upright and slap both of my cheeks with my palms in an attempt to invigorate myself. Doesn't really work. Mostly it just stings, but an attempt was made. Let's get some breakfast, then we can figure out our next plan of attack. It's much too soon to give up now. Still have no idea how I will be able to break the curse charming place on Blaze, but I refuse to give up. No matter what happens, I want to do my best. I think I know how it's gonna be broken. Because, like, ever since the first kiss, they kind of have been falling for each other. Like, they're not gonna admit it right now, but they have. And I feel like another kiss will actually be a true love's kiss, and that'll probably break it. Anyways, I have an idea. Yesterday, while I was reading through those books at the library, yeah, it's getting to that time. If you'd like to hear about it, of course. I think I'll save here. Yeah. Oh my god, what is... Something's wrong with the mouse. Okay, for some reason... The mouse just keeps going upwards of the screen. I'm so confused. Like, what? What? Like, I can't even click the button because it keeps going up. Okay, now I'm worried. Something might be wrong with my laptop. Come on. No, I didn't mean to do that. Let me go back. Oh, come on. Like, no, fuck. I'm so confused right now. I don't know what's happening. It's only happening when I'm tabbed into the game. So it's a game issue, not my laptop. Look, that's good to know. Okay. Oh no. Let's not do that. I want to mess up. I actually messed. I think should be fine. No. Oh, no. I think I'm accidentally messing with the screen. Yeah, I can use my controller though. That's good. Now, will I be able to? Oh. No. Come on, come on. No. Oh no. This is so stupid. Like, what is happening? I'm so confused about this. Well, I need to save, but... Well, I'm gonna end it now, and just hopefully I can figure out this off stream so I don't... But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully I can fix this, and see you next time.